Hello, I am Motshidisi Mohono, and today I'm speaking to Moving the Goalposts Executive Director, Dorcas Amakobe. She's working on a project called Leave No One Behind, which is using football to help disadvantaged women and girls to become leaders and create better futures for themselves. Thank you so much for joining us, Dorcas. Firstly, congratulations on your victory. It's absolutely splendid to see the work that you're doing. How is your program addressing inequality and empowering women and girls?
Thank you, Motsi. I'm really elated and delighted to be part of this award. When Moving the Goalpost started our program, girls were really left behind. The role of girls was to taking care of children, childbearing. Girls' roles were only to be at home in the household. But Moving the Goalpost is trying to position girls in positions of leadership, try to ensure that girls can be able to access education, girls can participate equally in access to employment, and girls can also be able to participate in political conversations that happen at the community level, where previously girls were not allowed to participate. And therefore, we are trying to partner with communities, partner with the girls, their parents, and try to change the perception around how they look at girls, how they value girls.
And Dorcas, why football?
Football was considered as a masculine sport and also a sport that had a lot of opportunities that surrounded around being at the center of the community where everyone comes to watch. Football in itself was a power because people regarded anyone who was participating in football to be very powerful. Therefore, we chose football because we thought this was an opportunity for us to start conversations with the community around how do they perceive girls when they start playing a sport that is considered purely a male sport, creating opportunities for people to see girls in positions where they had seen men. In our program, we ensure that only girls run the program, and they started seeing girls coach, girls referee. That's why we chose football, because it was a great conversation starter.
So it's a way to open people's minds. But I imagine that some of the issues remain very systemic. What are some of those systemic issues that continue to perpetuate gender inequality, especially in coastal Kenya?
In Kenya, we have passed the two-third gender rule law. We hoped that it's going to really elevate women in positions of power. But if you look at what is happening to date, you find that very few women are elected in positions of power. It is because when a girl is born, the community really does not celebrate in the same way that they celebrate a male child. And that's why a lot of the gains we've made in our constitution are really difficult to achieve because of those systemic issues that are ingrained in the culture. When the family is sitting together, the boys sit separately. That barrier or that difference start to be seen as early as when the girl is a child, and therefore she thinks she's a servant to the brothers and the fathers. So those are some of the things that we're trying to really work with the boys, work with the fathers, and work with the girls to change, ensure that girls can actually be equal partners.
I love how you get the families involved and really incentivize families and parents to make sure that they get the girls out, they get the girls into the program. How has the response been from the parents and the families at large?
Our program works with an individual girl so that she can understand her right first. She can know what changes happen in her body, and she can build her confidence. But we know very well all those things can be destroyed when she goes back at home. What we do is that we start by having conversations with parents, educating them and trying to teach them that some of the things they went through as women or as young girls were not okay. So when we do that with the female parents, we then move the conversation now to the male parents, because remember, in our coastal communities, you cannot have a proper change transition if you've not engaged the male. To start talking about the father's responsibility, try to talk about abuse and how some of the things they do and how they affect how girls look at themselves and how boys in their own household treat their daughters or will treat other women. We look at a holistic way of engaging communities and also a holistic way of engaging the girl so that she can be able to benefit from all these opportunities that we are trying to provide them.
Your organization is the winner of a Beyond Sport Gender Equality Collective Impact Award. How big an impact do you think it will be in addressing gender inequality?
We are sitting in one corner of Kenya, which is the coastal region of the country. And we would love to have an impact, particularly around how you can use sport to change all these inequalities. Because Moving the Goalpost has a model within which we believe that we can transform our communities. And we know that there are amazing organizations out there that are within the sports for development sector. The lessons they've learned, as organizations working in different sectors of the economy using sport, if we bring that together, and if we are able to tell other sports for development organizations that this is how you achieve gender equality, these are the steps that you need to take. Because I'm sure there are young organizations that are coming up that would want to impact the globe, and they are going to learn from what we are going to do collectively to be able to have a better or bigger impact.
Thank you for all your hard work in trying to change the lives of young girls and women. And congratulations on this award. All the best with your future endeavors.
Thank you, Motsi.